Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today.
Good morning, traders. It's Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. And it's been a great week, guys. It's been a very profitable week, and it was a great day yesterday as well. So I hope you managed to jump in on a few of the trades. To be exact, today is Friday, the 30th of September. All right. And as always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades and also the important news. And now, as the channel is growing and we're getting more people onto Discord as well, we'll also look at a few trades from Discord. So if you're not part of our Discord channel, guys, then please, there's a link below the comments that you can join our Discord channel. And basically, we've got loads of different traders discussing ideas about trades. And as part of the video now, the daily analysis, we will include these trades as well. All right, so lots to do today. Before we start, we're going to have a little shout out to Trader Nick. So thank you once again, Nick, for having me on your show. I always enjoy it. Always lots of great questions from your viewers as well, guys. So thanks a lot, Nick. Much appreciated. Also, guys, another couple of reminders. So please don't forget our live stream every Wednesday. You'll probably see it above my head. Yeah, 6:30 a.m. London GMT every Wednesday for the live stream. I've already mentioned the Discord channel, so my editor will be happy. And also, guys, yeah, we're offering a mentorship program where you can be mentored by myself. If that is something of interest to you, then please email us at hello simplyforex@gmail.com. Okay, that's all the shout outs, all the reminders done, guys. So let's get on with looking at yesterday's trades. So yesterday, guys, there was just reversal candles galore. Yeah, you could have traded any of the US dollar majors and their reversal candles, or most of the yen pairs and the reversal candles that they were experiencing as well. So yeah, there was lots of potentials yesterday. I'm going to show you the two that I focused on yesterday, and also another one that I traded yesterday. Okay, so let's get started. So yeah, yesterday, New Zealand US dollar. This was one of the ones that I focused on. We focused on it, guys, because of this. If we go to the weekly chart, if you remember, yeah, this zone here is clearly an area of support. So it was once support over here. And as you can see now, it's clearly reacting at this level as we speak. Obviously, this candle hasn't finished yet, guys. Yeah, it's Friday. It will finish today. Okay, so this is why I particularly liked the New Zealand US dollar yesterday. Okay, but again, you could have traded any of the US dollar pairs. So if we go back to the day chart, yeah, we were seeing this large candle, yeah, this large bullish candle bounce off of that weekly support. All right, obviously it's an against trend trade. Yeah, price is clearly in a downtrend, guys. So it's an against trend trade, an ATT. But yeah, this candle has so much room to move into. Yeah, it's so oversold that it's got so much room to move into before we hit the moving average 20, or even these last levels here. My targets were more conservative, guys, because the US dollar, let's be quite frank, has been a crazy mofo. So, yeah, my targets were more conservative. We had 750 and 5,800, okay? But let's look at the H1, guys, to see if we could get in on this pair. and we definitely could. It was wonderful. So we had our two grey zones already mapped out. Remember, guys, know what you are going to do before you do it. Okay, so on the H1 chart, map out exactly what you're going to do before you do it. Yeah, this is your criteria, and it has to be met before you trade. Okay, and our criteria was met. Obviously, this lower grey zone, this didn't come into effect. Okay, but this grey zone, as you can see, clearly did. All right, and it literally hit it to the pip and then pushed off. Okay, but the first candle that told me that buyers were in control was this one, guys. Okay, so this is the candle that I entered on. I got a very slight retrace, so I entered here, okay, where my pink line is. I put my stop below the low here with a little bit of wiggle room, okay, and then I closed 80% of my trade at these last highs here. All right, guys, so this was my risk, and then this was my reward. I'm definitely getting better writing with this mouse pen, guys. Yeah, I might even start doing art with a mouse. I'm only joking. I won't do that. Okay, so we've got a risk to reward of roughly 1:1 here, guys. Okay, and at this level, I closed 80%. Okay, I am still in this trade for 20%. I didn't take 20% at this blue line. I'm just going to trail my stop. So currently my stop is still here. Yeah, my stop is still here at 20%. And then depending on price action, I will just trail my stop up below the last swing lows. All right, so wonderful trade on the New Zealand US dollar. Happy trader, nicely in profit. And let's see what the remaining 20% does. Trail your stop. Okay, so yeah, I hope you perhaps got in on this trade, guys. Maybe you got in on another US dollar major pair. But let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments below or on Discord. I love to hear about your trades and how you executed them, guys. Yeah, because it's all part of the learning. Okay, so that was a good trade, guys. Then we were looking at this one as well, guys, the Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. But again, guys, you pretty much could have traded any of the yen pairs. Yeah, they were giving you a really nice reversal candle. Okay, so to be honest with you, this was probably the worst performing yen pair. Okay, so I apologize, but this was probably the worst performing yen pair. I actually traded a different yen pair. But this is what we were looking for in this pair, guys. So price had was, you know, clearly, well, it was still in an uptrend, really. Okay, so price was in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And for me, this last low here, yeah, has been holding. Okay, it has just about been holding. So we are arguably, yeah, still in an uptrend with this pair. This is why I liked it. All right, and if we zoom in, as you can see, guys, we had this very bullish candle form, yeah, at these last lows that just held. They just held. Okay, so we were just about in an uptrend. We had a bullish candle form, and the idea was just to take price from one of our grey zones up to this blue line. As you can see, guys, like I say, it's probably the worst performing yen pair out of them. But let's look at the H1 to see what actually happened. So we had our two grey zones mapped out, guys. All right, and this lower grey zone never got hit, and then the other grey zone, if I zoom out a bit, the other grey zone was one of these trades where we wanted price to break this grey zone, retest it, and then we could come back up. So with this yen pair, neither of those things happened. Yeah. So potentially, yeah, well, there wasn't. I didn't trade this pair. Okay, so like I say, guys, if our criteria isn't met, we stay out of the trade. Know what you're going to do before you do it. Okay, and if that isn't met, stay out. Okay, and that's what happened here, guys. We stayed out of the trade. I just want to show you something here, guys, though. But as you're trading and you're looking at H1 price action form and change, yeah, once this low here formed early on in the morning, yeah, just as the London was opening, this low formed, yeah, and it shot back up. Okay, so lows, H1 lows can form as the day unfolds. So arguably, this becomes, well, not arguably, it becomes an important area, okay, as the day unfolds. So this last H1 low becomes potentially a good area to start buying from. The same happened with the US dollar Swiss franc, that I will show you. So once this low has formed, yeah, as you can see, when it comes down and hits it again, it's now an area of interest, and price has reacted once again at this level. Okay, so you may even have a grey zone form as price action on the H1 forms. Okay, so yeah, just to bear that in mind, guys. All right, I just wanted to show you that. But for us, guys, yeah, this wasn't a grey zone at the start of the day, and none of our criteria was met. But like I said, guys, you could have traded pretty much any of the yen pairs. And I'm going to show you one of the yen pairs that I did trade now, and it was this. It was the euro against the Japanese yen. And if you remember, guys, we had this area, which was an area of interest. Okay, I'll remove this in a minute, but I just wanted to show you this on the day chart, guys. So it was once support, yeah, then it became resistance, okay, and now it's become support once again. So this sort of line through here, yeah, has become an important level, guys, for this pair, yeah, quite clearly. Okay, so that's what the day chart I was seeing. And then we've got this, we had this huge candle bounce off of, yeah, that level. Okay. And the idea was just to take price. Well, actually, my idea was to take price at 141. As you can see, guys, it clearly had a lot more room to go. I'd be a little wary of this keep buying this pair now, because as you can see, these last lows here, yeah, these last lows here are now coming into play. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a reaction now with euro yen. All right, but we will see. If we don't, it could come back all the way up to the highs. We shall see. Okay, but yeah, because of this candle, yeah, bouncing off of this level here, I just showed you. Yeah, I was happy to take longs yesterday on this pair. If we go down to the H1 chart, the entry was a thing of beauty. Yeah, we were so happy with this entry. Okay, so we had our grey zone mapped out. I know it looks like I've put this grey zone in after the thing happened, but I didn't on, you know, Scout's honor. All right, so yeah, but it was a clear grey zone, guys. Yeah, remember what is once, yeah, resistance. When it breaks and retests, becomes very good support. Okay, and that is exactly what happened. Okay, so what is not to like? Remember, we love this pattern. Yeah, so once price came down to our grey zone, we got this candle form here. Okay, it is actually an inside candle, but I still entered on it. And then the next candle just gave me, yeah, the next candle just gave me all the confidence I needed. All right, but price come down to our grey zone. I entered on this candle. Okay, I entered on the close of the candle, put my stop below here. I closed 80%, yeah, about here, because I had to get at least 1:1. Okay, it was maybe a little bit higher than the last H1 high, but I closed 80% here, as I always do. At the last H1 high, I close 80%, as long as I get a risk to reward of at least 1:1. Okay, and I think it was a little bit higher than the last H1 high, but I got my risk to reward of 1:1, closed 80%, and then I just didn't trail my 20%. Once price come back up to this 141 level, I saw this candle form, this bearish candle, but then price came back up. And then once I got to this 141 level, I closed the remaining 20% of my trade. In hindsight, I wish I'd let it run, and start trailing the stock, but hindsight is not a luxury we have in trading. I wish we did. We'd all be millionaires. All right. So that was another wonderful trade yesterday, guys. So, New Zealand US dollar was a fantastic trade, and euro yen. And I'm still in New Zealand US dollar, remember, for 20%. So it could be an even better trade. And then euro yen, guys, was a lovely trade. We made some nice money on that as well. So please let me know which US dollar pairs or yen pairs you got into yesterday and how you traded them. So that's yesterday finished, guys. Let's look at today's potential trades now. Guys, another wonderfully profitable day yesterday. So I hope you followed some of those trade ideas, some of the US dollar reversal candlestick trades, and some of the yen reversal candlestick trades, guys. There was money to be had yesterday. Okay, so I hope you made some money, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the recap. If you did, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button. Help support the channel. Mercy beaucoup. Before I give you the trade ideas today, guys, just a couple of shout outs. So wanted to thank Trader Nick. I guest presented on his show last night. Always lots of great questions from his viewers. Always enjoy being on the show, Nick. So thank you very much for that. I'll see you again next week. And also, guys, just a couple of reminders about our channel. Every Wednesday, guys, don't forget the live stream. We do it at 6:30 London GMT before the London Open. A great way for you to expand your knowledge of trading. Come on, ask me any questions you like, be about targets, stops, psychology, currency pairs that you're currently in, money management, anything you like. All right, so every Wednesday we'll do that. Also, guys, remember the Discord channel. We're getting quite a community now on the Discord channel, and all traders are discussing different trade ideas. So why not come and join that? Share your ideas. The link is in the comments below the vid. And the last thing, guys, is we're actually offering a mentorship program now. So you can be mentored by me. And if you would like to do that, then please email us at hellosimplyforex@gmail.com. Okay, I think that is everything. Let's crack on with today. So today is Friday, the 30th of September, and there's about 8 million trade ideas, okay? Because you could basically trade any US dollar pair, all right? Obviously, guys, it will be an against trend trade, an ATT. It will be an against trend trade, but you can. They're having quite a retrace, some of these dollar pairs. All right, so today you could trade any of the US dollar pairs. Okay. First of all, though, guys, we're just going to look at a trade that was discussed in Discord, and it's the US dollar against the Swiss franc. All right, and I would still be shorting this pair today, guys. All right, so this candle formed a couple of days ago, and that is super bearish. Okay, super duper bearish. Okay, and if we go to the weekly chart, it's clearly bouncing off. All of this is potential weekly resistance. All of this this potential weekly resistance. And as you can see, we're having this large red candle push away from that resistance. All right. Obviously, this candle hasn't finished forming yet. It will finish today. But yeah, that is very bearish. Okay. We also, like I said, on the day chart, this is the day chart, we had this super duper bearish candle as well. And then if we go down to the H4, yeah, we can see H4 structure has changed. Okay, we're now in a downtrend, and the H1 will obviously be in a downtrend as well. Okay, so there was a couple of things on from Discord yesterday. So some of you guys were buying from this zone here. You were buying up to here, and yeah, your target was probably here, which would have made sense. Okay, me personally, I would never be buying that red daily candlestick. Yeah, I would never buy that. But some of you bought it on Discord. Some of our subscribers bought this pair, okay, and made money to the upside. Okay, so some of you bought in here and made money. Okay, if you're making money, who am I to tell you not to buy the market? Yeah, so personally, I was waiting for this zone here, this grey zone. I was waiting for price to hit here for shorts. Yeah, this is shorts all day from this grey zone, guys. All right, so we love this pattern. Yeah, what was once support, yeah, when it breaks, yeah, this was once support. When it breaks, it then becomes very good resistance. Okay, and as you can see, price comes shooting back down. So for me, guys, once price got up into this grey zone, yeah, this candle is difficult to trade from. Could have perhaps got in on this candle, but I think this candle would have been the trade. I know it has quite a bottom wick, but it is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. So this would have been the candle to enter on and then take price back down to these lows. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to show you that, guys, because we discussed this in the Discord channel. Okay, but let's remove that. So like I said, guys, we're going to look at the trade ideas now. So any US dollar pair you like, okay, you can trade them against trend. But for me, guys, I'm still focusing on the New Zealand US dollar, because if we go to the weekly chart, you'll see that this area here is clearly some weekly support. Okay, there was support over here, and look what happened. Okay, and now you can see that it's bouncing off this zone as we speak. So it'll be interesting to see how the weekly candle finishes today. Okay, if it finishes, bounces out of this zone, I think we've got some really nice potential to the upside, potentially to these last lows. Okay, but that is a very long-term trade, not a short-term trade. All right, if we go to the day chart, we've obviously had this bearish candle form, but then yesterday we had this candle form. And although it's not super duper bullish, we do have this wick that has totally rejected our grey zone. Okay, so now we just want to come from one of our grey zones up to this blue line of 5,800, this psychological level. Okay, guys, so we're long in New Zealand US dollar. All right, we're going to now pop down to the H1 chart, because this is always our execution chart. Just get my teeth in. Okay, I need some of my morning vodka. Okay, so this is New Zealand US dollar. This is the H1 chart. Remember, you need to know what you are going to do on the H1 chart before it even happens. So this is what I'm going to do before it even happens. So we've got a couple of grey zones, guys. All right, so price could make it all the way back down to this grey zone, which corresponds with these last swing lows on the H1. Okay, if it does, great. We then want to see a bullish reaction. We can enter the trade. We can take yeah, depending, yeah, I would probably close 80% of my trade at this grey zone, as long as I get a risk to reward of at least 1:1, and then I will let 20% run. Okay, and we could let this run and run, guys, to be honest with you. All right, if that doesn't happen, guys, then I am seeing this area here. So these last H1 highs, remember what was once resistance, when it breaks can become support. Okay, so price, I think, could react at this grey zone. All right, but again, just want to see a bullish reaction. We can then enter the trade and take price up. Okay, to be honest with you, our first target probably couldn't be the last H1 high, because we probably won't get our risk to reward of 1:1. So you might have to wait for it to go a little bit higher. But New Zealand US dollar, we're looking to buy this pair. And like I say, guys, you could, I'm only looking at one US dollar pair, but you could trade any of them. All right, so yeah, that's the first trade idea. The second one is this, guys. Is Canadian dollar against Japanese yen. So you can't trade any of the yen pairs. The US dollar pairs you can, pretty much, yeah, any of them, I would say. But the yen pairs, I'm only looking at two today, and it's Canadian dollar against Japanese yen and Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. All right, so these are the only two to the yen pairs. So this is Canadian dollar against Japanese yen. And like I say, guys, price is still arguably in an uptrend. Okay, so these lows here have held. Okay, this last low here. All right, and then we've got this bullish reaction, as we know 2 days ago. Yeah, because we were trying to long this market before. Okay, let's zoom in. So price is still in an uptrend. We've got this bullish candle, and we also had this rejection wick yesterday from our grey zone. This is a newly drawn grey zone, actually. But we've had a bit of a rejection wick, and we just want to take price back up to this blue line. Okay, and this blue line corresponds with these last highs here. Okay, so let's go down to the H1 chart, guys, to see how we can enter this pair. And like I say, guys, I've revised my grey zones. I've changed my grey zones because price action has changed throughout the day. And now this grey zone here looks at all of these last H1 lows. And this is now our zone to enter. Okay, so price could come back down to this grey zone. We get a bullish candlestick pattern. Yeah, we then take price back up to this grey zone. All right, close 80% and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys. So that's the first criteria that needs to be met. If that doesn't happen, then if I zoom out, yeah, I have to zoom out quite a lot, I'm afraid. But price could do this, guys. So price could come up, break this grey zone, retest it. We get a bullish reaction, and then we could take price up from there. All right, so we've got two ideas with Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, but we're looking to buy this pair. Okay, next trade idea is this, Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. Okay, these are the only two yen pairs I'm looking at. So, with this pair, guys, yeah, we've obviously seen, I mean, first of all, let's look at the weekly chart. Yeah, so this whole zone here, yeah, it is a large area, but you can see it's all support. Yeah, we've had nothing but support in this zone. Okay, and yeah, the weekly chart is clearly in an uptrend. We've had higher highs. Okay, so the weekly chart is telling us buy, and then the daily chart, guys, we've had, yeah, at these, you know, at these lows, this low, these lows, we've had this bullish candle form. All right, so that was a couple of days ago. If I zoom in, so you can see these candles a bit better. Yeah, we've had this bullish candle, and then we had this wick form. okay, which is just telling me buyers are still rejecting this level. Okay, so buyers want to push this up. All right, so for those reasons, all of those reasons, remember your day chart. You need to gather the reasons for why you are longing, why you are shorting, or why you're staying the hell out of the market. So for all those reasons, I am buying this pair. And we just want to come from one of our grey zones up to this blue line or even this blue line, guys. Okay, 94.50 or 9,500. Okay, so that's the idea. Let's go to the H1 chart to see where we can enter. So this is an interesting one, guys. All right, so price has already broke this grey zone. Yeah, this higher grey zone, this H1 candle has closed above this grey zone. All right, as you can see here. So now what I'm looking for is a bullish reaction at this grey zone. It could happen slightly below it, and then we get a bullish candle come back up. All right, if that does happen, we could enter on that candle, okay, and start taking price higher. Obviously, our target won't be the last H1 high because it's here. Yeah, so you'd have to get your risk to reward 1:1 a little bit higher up the chart. Okay, so that could happen. Or price could come back down and test all these last H1 lows here. Okay, if it does, great. Yeah, price comes down to here, we get a bullish reaction. We can take price back up to this last H1 high, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys. So yeah, Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, also a long for today, a buy. And then the final trade idea, guys, for today is this. This is the euro against the Aussie dollar. So we're seeing some real euro strength, really, over the last couple of days, and none more so than euro Aussie dollar. All right. So as you can see, guys, yeah, price is clear. This is the day chart. All right. If you're never sure what chart I'm looking at, look here, guys. Yeah, you can see H1. Yeah, this is, and euro Aussie dollar, this is the day one. This is the day chart. All right. So price is clearly in an uptrend. Okay, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and now we've got a higher high. Price is in an uptrend. Okay, if I zoom in a little bit, yeah, well, not that much. That was the most pathetic zoom in I've ever seen. But then we've got this very bullish candle here. Okay, so buyers are still in control of this market. All right, so we're looking for buys. The problem we do have with this, guys, is we are sort of hitting some form of resistance here. But I think conservatively we could hit this 150 level, this first blue line, and then perhaps we could let some of our trade run up to this 5250 level up here. Okay, so they're the targets, guys, and that's why I am buying this pair. Let's drop down to the H1 now, guys, to see how I am trading this pair. Okay, so yeah, so we've got this grey zone, guys, yeah, because it's the last real area of some kind of resistance here. Okay, so price could retrace all the way into this grey zone. Because of that daily candle, it may not happen, but it might. So if it does, great, we get good value for money. Price comes down, we get a bullish reaction, and we take price back up to these last H1 highs, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, if that doesn't happen, guys, then we could be a little bit more aggressive with this trade because of the fact of that daily candle. So price, let's say, could just retrace down to the moving average 20, or even this psychological level at 5050, and then we get a bullish candlestick pattern or a bullish candle that tells us buyers are in control. And we could enter on that candle, again, take price back up to the last H1 high, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, so Euro Aussie dollar, we're looking to buy this pair as well. All right, so 4 trade ideas here, but remember you can also trade any of the US dollar pairs, really, guys, against trend. Okay, guys, so yeah, they're the trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this daily morning analysis and would like to receive it every single day. If you do, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, guys, and also smash the like button. Help support the channel. Thank you. And don't forget, guys, we've got a Discord channel as well that you can see in the link below the comments. Right, guys, so news for Friday the 30th of September. So overnight, guys, we had some manufacturing figures coming out of China. Bit of a mixed bag, one better than expected, one worse, sorry. So yeah, that's been and gone. The first piece of news that we're interested in today, guys, is this. At 7 o'clock London GMT, coming out of the UK, we've got the GDP. Okay, so these are really important figures at the moment because we want to see growth. We don't want to be in a recession. So we want to see growth, which makes the GDP figures, you know, very important. And price could really react to these figures. So if you're in a pound pair, guys, beware of this news. Okay, if we carry on down, guys, you'll see the next piece of important news today is this. At 8:55, we've got German unemployment coming out of the euro. Okay, so this could potentially move any euro pair. If we carry on down, at 10 o'clock London GMT, we've got CPI coming out of the euro. And CPI is basically inflation, guys. So this is so important at the moment because inflation is, as you know, is crazy at the moment, and all eyes are on these inflation figures as a result. So this could really move the euro, and I mean really move. Okay, so must be aware of that. If we carry on down, guys, quite busy today. At 1:30, we've got of course PCE price index coming out of the US, so another 3-star rating. This could affect any US dollar pair. And then after that, guys, as you can see, for the rest of the day, we don't have any other news that we're interested in. All right, guys, so yeah, that's the news. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a fantastic trading day and a great weekend, guys, and I'll catch up with you on Monday. See you later.